Good evening, everybody. I'm KHOU 11 News anchor Ron Trevino, coming to you from the KHOU newsroom. Hope you had a great weekend. We just want to get you caught up on some of the stories that we're covering for you today. Some of the stories you can find on our website, khou.com. And these are some of the stories that we'll have for you tonight on the 10 o'clock news. We certainly hope that you tune in. But let's get you caught up. One of the stories that you're clicking on, a lot of you, has to do with a chemical spill in West Houston. Okay, it turns out it was mercury. Officials said the risk to the public is extremely low after mercury spilled Sunday afternoon in West Houston. According to officials, a small amount of the chemical spilled around 1 o'clock this afternoon at a Walmart, a Sonic, and a Shell station across from the Sonic near the intersection of Beltway 8 and Westview Drive. The Houston Fire Chief, Sam Pena, said the amount of mercury at each location was less than a pint. 30 to 60 people were processed for decontamination, including one pregnant woman who was taken to the hospital as a precaution. There was no shelter in place, but people were advised to avoid that area while crews were cleaning up the spill. And they were urging anyone who believed that they were exposed to see their doctor within 24 to 48 hours after the potential exposure. Symptoms of acute mercury exposure include headaches, eye and throat irritation, coughing, and nausea. But it looks like everything's been cleaned up there after a small amount of mercury spilled there in West Houston this afternoon. Another big story that you're clicking on, the election. The election was yesterday. Last night, we had all the results last night, and the mayor was reelected. But the story today, the race that's getting a lot of attention today, involves City Council District H. The race in District H is separated by 12 votes. Carla Cisneros, she's leading Isabel Longoria, but Longoria said she's not ready to give up. Early this morning, her campaign put out a message on Twitter saying that the race remains too close to call and saying that they're still very much in the race. Longoria's message even hinted at requesting a recount or other process. Now, Cisneros is the incumbent in District H, so we'll be watching that story the next 2 days. What will happen here? Will there be a recount? As it stands right now, Carla Cisneros won the race, but 12 votes. And you know, people say every vote counts. In a race like this, every vote counted. How about sports? What a big win for our Texans up in Tennessee. Isn't it great to see the Texans beat the Titans? It's a rivalry that's gone on for a long time. But this one was for the battle for who would be leading the AFC South, okay? And the Texans, man, they impressed us. They impressed everybody. They are now in the lead in the AFC South. They beat the Titans 24-21. Big step for the Texans. It's not the end of the season for the Titans, though. They're 8-6. The teams play again in the final week of the season. My favorite play was Whitney Merciless picking off Ryan Tannehill and running it deep into the Titans' territory. There he is, Merciless. Boy, he took it down the field. That was an awesome play. Merciless, really nice guy, too. Does a lot for the community. Great to see him have that interception and put it into scoring position for us. Way to go, Texans. Hey, they take on the Buccaneers next weekend in Tampa Bay. More on this on Sports Extra tonight, of course, at 11 o'clock. You want to tune in for that after the news. So stay up. You know, tomorrow might be Monday, but stay up. Watch Sports Extra with Jason Bristol and the gang. That's at 11. But first, watch the news at 10 o'clock with me. How about the weather? Gorgeous weather we had this weekend. Maybe a little too warm for my taste, but I'm not going to complain. Tomorrow brings rain and cooler temperatures, and on Tuesday, we're going to have some lows in the 30s. So the colder weather is returning next week, and we get rain tomorrow. Blake Matthews will have more on that at 10 o'clock. Blake Matthews also was hinting at the weather we might have for Christmas Day. It might be in the 70s on Christmas Day. He's saying for sure no white Christmas for us. But anyway, tune in for that tonight at 10 o'clock. So you're up to speed on what we're covering. And if you have questions about these stories, go to khou.com, download the new and improved KHOU app, and find out more about these stories and everything else that we're covering for you tonight. But we go on at 10 o'clock, and we now have an hour-long Sunday evening broadcast. So from 10 to 11, it's the news. just for you. So tune in tonight. And until then, I'm Ron Trevino. I will see you